Hi guys, it's me, Rick Lenore here again.
Well over 400,000 tons of material covers the 6-foot thick coal seam. To remove it, Tony drilled deep boreholes and filled them with 170 tons of fluid explosives. If he detonated all charges at once, it would send a shock
And I'm finishing
The blast would
this
pulverize the soft coal
season.
and mix it up with the rocks.
I'm finishing this season of
Instead, Tony
things that
one
you might not
the rock sideways
know.
so each explosion creates a glass window. That chemistry goes down into the ground, which protects the precious coal below. The charges in each of the
Span.
539 holes must go
I
off in
hate
a
it.
perfect sequence.
This actually is a detonator that explodes. It sets off powder in these tubes
Things that you
and at approximately 2,000 metres a second.
yeah,
It'll send
things
a
that
pulse
things
down.
that you might not know about.
Tony checks
And I'm
every
ending
sensor again
this season,
and
the
makes
season
a
I've been
entry.
doing so far.
Fragments
It's
of
called
rock can fly almost half a mile.
Attention all personnel in the North Pit.
oh
Shock to be fired at
I mean
CRO.
that
Please
and
maintain radio silence
the,
until
see and so I'm finishing
all clear is given.
first season
If the detonators don't go off
of
exactly as
things
planned,
that you might not
the
know
whole
about.
scene could be
Off
ruined.
with a bang. Why did I do that? I have a more love of wolves. I love wolves way more than anything. But I mean, I do love the Wild Wild West. I mean, especially the Hatfields and McCoys.
Radio silence
Yes,
is
we're
given.
ending it without that Hatfields and McCoys.
Maintain present position.
No,
Certainly,
mostly all of you should know the Hatfields and McCoys.
It's a
It's a
perfect
miniseries,
across the top
but it's true.
someone's telling me that
What it's based on is true.
it's looking
I'm not going to read about the TV show
exactly what we're after.
of Hatfields and McCoys. I'm going to read about the real
Productivity will be coming out of this shop.
story of Hatfields and McCoys. But if you ever watched Hatfields and McCoys, but you never watched the whole thing,
over a week to get down to the coal.
this might be helpful to help you. But if you don't want to,
240 tons of rock.
lot of stuff, because
The mines around Sydney produce more than 140 million tons of coal every year, worth well over $10 billion.
saying you might not want to watch. I'm just warning you. I might have a spoiler. I hope I don't. Okay. But if you still want to watch it, I hope I don't do a spoiler. Because I've watched this series before.
A booming industry.
So let's begin. Let's go to the story of the Hatfields and McCoys feud. Basically.
20 billion tons of coal are still left in the ground. Enough to fuel Sydney's
Hat
for decades
okay,
to come.
number one. The Hatfields and McCoys feud.
Technology has given Sydney
They had a feud.
but it lacks the most precious resource of all, water.
That lasted from 1863 to 1891.
Monday. This is how fast the world record holder is able to memorize cars. He mentally
Involved two families of the West Virginia, Kentucky area. Sorry about that area along the tug-fork of the Big Sandy River.
Memory Games 2013 premieres Monday at 10 on Science. You're happy about that? No, but the courthouse is right next to that little pub with those amazing cheese.
Number two.
Like these? Did you guys have jury duty?
Like these.
Can I plead insanity?
Yes.
Now a specially crafted cheeseburger is closer than you think. Wendy's new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Melted cheddar.
William McCoy, the patriarch, like patriarch of the McCoys, was born in Ulster in the north of Ireland around 1,750 immigrants to Doe Hill, Virginia. That was number 2. Number 3.
We love living out here. Fresh air, great neighbors, and now we have great internet with HughesNet Gen 4. We picked HughesNet because it's America's #1 choice for satellite internet, and now it's better than ever.
I can keep up with all the sports action and dominate my
Jim Vance
With download speeds up to 15 times
committed
faster, we can all do more
a
with
murder
HughesNet Gen 4. It's awesome for downloading songs and listening music online.
based on the Hatfields and McCoys
I'm finally getting into the
real story.
social networking, and HughesNet Gen 4
That was number 3.
we shared all our vacation pictures. Now we can live where we love and still stay
Well, this is how it
and
would
you can
begin.
too. Just get HughesNet Gen 4.
Sign up now for HughesNet Gen 4 and get speeds up to 15 megabits
This
per
is
second with improved download capacity. Plus, you'll get free standard installation. So call now. Call 1-800-600-3357 or visit HughesNet60.com and order today.
Almost freaking pressed the wrong button there. That would be horrible. I would be so pissed off.
To have a deeper understanding for my dad.
Sorry for the interruptions that I have sometimes. My fingers always hit the twitch. Yeah, let's just continue on. Let me read the first 2 sentences. Never mind, not the. And I meant to say paragraphs, but no, I'm just gonna read the second. Listen to this. William McCoy, the patriarch of the McCoys, was born in Ulster, in the north of Ireland, around 1,750 and immigrants to Doe Hill, Virginia. The family, led by grandson Randall McCoy, lived mostly on the Kentucky side of Tugford, a tributary of the Big Sandy River.
Today, it's just a trickle. But 200 years ago, it was the reason
Of English origin, the Hatfields, led by William Anderson Devil Annesley Hatfield, son of Abraham and Nancy Vance Hatfield, lived mostly on the West Virginia side. The majority of the Hatfields living in the Mingo County, then part of the Logan County, eventually West Virginia, fought for the Confederacy in the American Civil War. Most McCoys living in Pike County, Kentucky, also fought for the Confederacy, with the exception of Asa Harmon McCoy, fought for the Union. Well played. I don't know what was his name again. Oh, well played, Asa Harmon McCoy. Well played. Wrong button. The first real violence in the feud was the death of the returning Union soldier Asa Harmon McCoy, murdered by a group of ex-Confederate home guards called the Logan Wildcats. Devil Anne's Hatfield was This
That's why
was a
today,
suspect
engineers
at
must
first,
work
but
extremely hard
was
to
later
supply
confirmed
the city with
to
water.
have been sick at home at the time of the murder.
40 miles from the city, in the Blue
You
Mountains,
dodged a bullet there.
engineers have built
I mean,
a colossal
I
tank
wouldn't have,
to trap water
um,
before it can drain away.
I wouldn't have accused him either.
The undisputed
This
champion
is
of
who it really was.
Tampa Dam. 3 million tons
It
of
was
concrete
widely
that hold back
believed
over
that his
2
uncle,
trillion gallons of fresh
Jim
water.
Vance, a member of the Wildcats, committed
This is at the base of the dam, and
the murder.
that feeds 4.5 million people. It comes through these 3 large pipes, around about 1,000 megalitres per day. A lot of people take water for granted. They turn a tap on and expect the water to be there. A lot of people really just don't know
3 already.
what goes into getting that drop of water to the tap.
Well, that was
After nearly a decade
number
of
3.
severe drought,
Number 4.
Sydney has had some of the heaviest rainfall on record, and its dams are overflowing.
We'd love to capture the extra water, but all of our dams, we've got 21 dams in our system, and just about all of them are full. So it's a wonderful situation to be in, but we need this water. We need to store it for the bad times, the drought times.
Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry.
Night follows day, we will get
Number
up
3
and
was
up,
supposed to be
and we will need all
that
the water that we captured.
Jim
But how can you store
Vance
more water than even a
was
dam?
believed for a murder. Was believed
10 miles from
as a
water
suspect
tablets
for a
on
murder.
the
Sorry about that,
outskirts of
guys.
Sydney,
But no, number
water
4.
engineers have drilled into the rocks to find a solution. They're tapping into the aquifer.
My
Groundwater
god,
running
same
through
wrong
the
button.
cracks and pores of the sandstone. Normally, they extract water from wells like this,
Asa
but in the
Harmon.
future,
Well,
they
yeah.
plan to send it the other way.
What we're doing with this bore is we're trying to re-inject water
Okay.
underneath the Sydney aquifer.
Jim Vance was not
Sydney.
a suspect. Okay, number 4. Jim Vance was not a suspect. Asa Harmon McCoy, who was despised
They drill
by
over
Jim
300
Vance,
feet
uncle
down to
of
find the perfect
Devil
conditions.
and Hatfield, for joining the Union Army during the Civil War.
The cracks in the sandstone are too big.
Sometimes people
The
mess up,
freshwater
don't
could
they?
quickly seep away.
Civil War.
The
Was
team needs to find a gap
discharged
where the
from
cracks
the
are
army
smaller
early
and the water
because of a
flows more
broken
slowly.
leg. He returned home for a warning from Vance that Harmon could expect a visit from Devil and Logan County Wildcats, threatened by gunshots, and he drew water from his well. Harmon hid in a nearby cave supplied with foods and necessities each day by his slave Pete. But the Wildcats found Pete's tracks in the snow, discovered Harmon, and fatally shot him in
We'll measure how fast the
January
groundwater
7,
flows back into the area.
1865.
If the speed is right, engineers can pump in extra fresh water for storage.
He was not guilty,
In the ground.
but he was killed anyways.
So there may be a little bit of flame around the edges, but the recovery rate's
Because listen,
probably better than just storing
at
it in the dam.
At first, Wildcat leader Devil Anns was suspected, but later, after he was confirmed to
12,000 miles of pipe
have been confined to his bed, suspicions of guilt focused squarely on Vince. But the arrow, when Harmon's military service was wisely considered by many of the region's inhabitants to be in and out of itself and in fact of disloyalty. Even Harmon's own family believed that he had brought his murder upon himself. So eventually the case withered and no suspect was brought to trial. Told you. he wasn't guilty. Nobody was
What
guilty.
makes the safe light repair different? We're always there for you.
Because no suspect was brought to trial.
Or call us 24/7. Then we'll come to you with our exclusive
Anyways, that was number 4.
penetrates the tiniest microcracks for the strongest repair. And with most insurance, a repair is no cost to you. Just a few more reasons to choose the Safe Light Advantage.
For fastidious librarian Emily Skinner, each
Thing I'm looking for one.
thorough preparation for events to come. Well, somewhere along the way, Emily went right on living. But you see, with the help of her Raymond James financial advisor, she had planned for every eventuality, which meant she continued to have the means to live on, even at the ripe old age of 187.
Let me look, guys.
See what a Raymond
We'll
James
find something.
It no longer needs to be a struggle just to take a bath or a shower.
Hi, Fred. Hatfields here. To sing the praises of Safe Step walk-in tubs.
This American-made tub has safety features like the industry's leading low step-in and a wider door, which makes bathing easier and safer. And you'll want to get into your Safe Step.
Let me see what I want to call it. I found it, guys, but I want what I called it.
Safe Step has even received the Ease of Use commendation by the Arthritis Foundation.
Call today. Get back to having a pleasurable experience instead of a make-do one with 100% made in America. Safe Step walk-in tub.
Staten, in 1880, Staten was killed by 2 McCoy brothers, Sam and Paris, later acquitted on the grounds of self-defense. That's number 5. That's number 5, and that's freaking crazy. What the heck? Listen. Just listen. This is the full paragraph. The second recorded instance of violence in the feud occurred 13 years later in 1878 after a dispute about the ownership of a hog. Floyd Hatfield, a cousin of Devil Anne's, had a hog, but Randolph McCoy claimed it was his, saying that the notches markings on the pig ears were McCoy, but McCoy, not Hatfield's marks. No matter was taken to the local justice of the peace, Anderson, preacher Ames Hatfield. Wow, cool.
Houses and streets teeter right on the edge of these cracks in the cityscape. The ravines are full of
Who ruled for the Hatfields by the testimony of Bill Staten,
in the right conditions, they can channel fire directly
a relative of both families. In June 1880, Stetson was killed by 2 McCoy brothers, Sam and Paris, later acquitted on the grounds of self-defense.
Geologist Brad Phillips explores why the landscape here is so dangerous.
What the heck? It was self-defense. Well, I'll tell you this. Wild Wide West was a BICT. Yeah, you already know. Was basically like the dead time. Basically like the death times. Was the death times. A lot of people died in the Wild Wide West. Like, a lot of people died in World War I and World War II, which one of my ancestors was in World War II.
Accumulating little like this gets to the point where in a dry season it burns dramatically.
So I'm an army grandson. So I'm an army son. Basically, army grandson or something. Still. That was the ugliest face ever. Actually, no, it wasn't. I still have more uglier faces than that. Okay. I promised. Really, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Promise that I wouldn't just do 5 every episode, which I don't think I did 5. I didn't do 5 on my first episode ever on the series. But then episode 2.
Faced with hundreds
I don't think I did either on episode 2.
Sydney has built up an army of more than
Yeah, I did.
10,000 volunteer firefighters.
I did it on episode 2, episode 3, and
Laughlin has tackled
I
more than 100
believe
bushfires.
maybe episode 4, and that's it. I'm not gonna do five things no more. Maybe, just maybe sometimes, but not definitely not in this. No way. We can't go back. We can't back down now. We can't just back down now. So that was number 5. But now, number 6. Yeah.
Whereas if we light the fire ourselves, we can control it and it's on our terms, and that's really important.
This controlled burn
Dang it. So where do I want?
flammable vegetation, but you never know what a fire is going to do next.
Temperature, relative humidity, and wind speed
Um.
are directly linked to our fire behaviour. So if it gets really hot, really low humidity, and really windy, there's a risk that our control burn could become an actual fire.
Brett's crews race to keep the fire contained between 2 control lines, about 600 feet apart.
Nancy McCoy. It's McCoy. Nancy Mill. John C. Hatfield.
The wind is changing fast.
And Nancy
Fanning the
McCoy.
flames.
The fire can be very controllable and very mild to picking up quite rapidly there as that wind increases. Yeah, that's fast. That's a fast moving grass fire. Look at the flame height. That's the kind of fire you wouldn't put yourself in front of because you can't really stop that. You can feel the radius, like we're 10, 15 metres away. You can feel that on your face.
Confused. Let me go back. Who is even freaking Nancy anyway? Yeah.
Firefighting is a hard game sometimes.
The crew finally gets the flames back under control. But it's a reminder of how dangerous fires can be, especially in a place like Sydney.
So on a bad day in summer when you've got 40 plus degrees, you've got winds that might be 30 or 40 kilometres an hour, you can imagine just how much worse a fire can be. And in that gorge country, with houses all around and things like that, it can become a really big threat very quickly.
Almost 4,000 square miles of highly flammable bush fill the valleys and national parks around Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Every summer, bushfires threaten the
Garrison?
suburbs. Some have caused $75
What?
million
Is
deaths
that
in only a month.
lesbian something?
But the thousands of
Who's
volunteers
Josie?
of the Rural
Wait,
Fire Service
John
keep
Z.
these fires under control.
John Z. Nah. Can't even think right.
Sydney is the most populous city in Australia, and it's bursting at the seams. Creating living space for the booming population is the latest challenge for the city's engineers.
Are you kidding me? Okay, never mind. Blah. Change of plans. Okay. Number 6 is actually in 1882. Elson Hatfield was killed by 3 of Rosanna McCoy's young brothers. Tolbert, Farmer, and Bud.
You can work out any part of your body. They don't really have a machine in your brain.
Bud.
All these great exercises, all
Bud.
based on neuroscience,
Bud.
they just feel like games.
Bud.
It's a fun workout.
Oh my God, one of my family members.
And Lumosity.com can help.
And it's not him. That's the name of one of my family members. That's surprising. Not only surprising, really shocking. Really take really it caused my mind to go blank. Sorry guys. It caused my mind to go blank. Oh, I only got one thing. I should sleep. Oh. I can't. I really need. Oh, there's the remote. This is commercial.
My axe throne would demolish your city wall. So, it's on. Oh, it's someone! Grab your FANILE tablet and pay it millions online for free as you build an epic kingdom with enough power to conquer Middle-earth. What? How could that be? The Hobbit's Kingdom of Middle-earth. Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
And muted.
Now for free!
Whatever.
Honey, is he changing this car thing?
7. Okay, wait, no, 6 still. 6, dang it. Okay, number 6. Okay. The escalation continued in 1882, like the killing, when Ellison Hatfield, brother of Devil Anne's, was killed by 3 of Rosanna McCoy's young brothers, Tolbert, Farmer, and Bud. Ellison was stabbed 26 times, finished off with a shot during the Election Day fight that took place in Kentucky. The McCoy brothers were instantly arrested by Hatfield. The constables were taken to Pikeville for trial.
I'm so glad that I got the program.
It just works perfectly.
In my opinion, the only method there is
Trial. Secretly, Devil Anne's Hatfield organized a large group of followers to intercept the constables and their McCoy prisoners before they reached Pikeville. The brothers were taken by force to West Virginia to await the fate of mortality. Wounded Ellison before they reached Pikeville. Pikeville! It's close to Pikeville. Sorry, guys. Pikeville. Just remember it. Pikeville. They reached Pikeville. The brothers were taken by force to West Virginia. Nope, I wrote that sentence wrong. It goes, the brothers were taken by force to West Virginia to await the fate of wounded Ellison. Yeah, I was correct. Never mind. The brother. No. Oh. Oh. I see now. This is like totally like the same sentence but different. Oh, prisoner. Oh, I see now. The brothers were taken by force to West Virginia to await the fate of mortality wounded Ellison Hatfield. And when Ellison finally died from his injuries, the McCoy brothers were killed by the Hatfields. I don't even know. Justice in turn. They were tied to pawpaw bushes where each was shot numerous times. Their bodies were described as bullet riddled. Bullet riddled, huh? Well, not quite, because dang. Last thing, number 8.
So instead, they carve out a deep trench around the perimeter and fill it with a dense clay.
Massacre happened in 1888.
They drop in steel rebar cages and pump in concrete to displace the slurry.
This will end it for this. So what the frick was that for?
Only then can they dig out the
In 18... If I said 1998, I meant 1888, okay? A massacre happened in 1888. This is Okay. Okay. In they gotta stop myself. In 1888, Wall Hatfield and eight others were arrested by a pose led by Frank Phillips and brought to Kentucky to stand trial for the murder of Alifair McCoy, killed during the New Year's Massacre. Never mind, guys. I'll change this to Alifair McCoy. No, that's okay. Never mind. It's the same. Okay. Number 8 is the same thing. In 1888, a massacre happened. Yeah. It's okay. The New Year's Massacre of 1888. Okay. She had been shot after exiting the burning house because of issues of due process and illegal extradition, whatever. The United States Supreme Court became involved. Mahan v. Justice 127 U.S. 700 1888. The Supreme Court ruled 7-2 whatever, in favor of Kentucky, holding that even if a fugitive is returned from the asylum state legally instead of through lawful extradition procedure, no federal law prevents him from being tried. Eventually, the men were indeed tried in Kentucky, and all were found guilty. 7 received lives in imprisonment, while the 8th, Ellison Cottontop Mounts, was executed by hanging. Thousands attended the hanging of Pikeville. See, it's kind of sad about all those deaths, but you have to realize it was the Wild Wide West. Kentucky, West Virginia, Texas.
Building a city like this in one of the hottest, inhospitable places on Earth seems impossible. So how
And what other other states at the time? You have to realize
the ingenious technology that allowed engineers to build this jewel in the desert?
I'm actually just a second.
8 a.m. in Dubai. Temperatures will soon reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But Dubai's 2 million
I believe it.
don't have to worry about the scorching
Don't know if Texas.
or know much about the technology that keeps them
It took.
alive.
It was taken. The Wild Wide West was taken at the time of 13 colonies, the 13 first states, and
Almost twice as tall as the Empire State.
I don't even know
It's
what.
the tallest
I don't even know if Texas is a colony state of. It's a colony. It's a state. Is the United States of a colony. I don't even know if it's a colony at all.
Up to 35,000.
It might be though. I don't even. I actually know it can't be. Maybe it is. Okay, all this stuff. Oh,
What stops them?
I don't even know if it is. Can you tell me at least? I don't even know.
Short answer, water. 200,000 gallons a day for this building alone. this much water in one of the driest places on Earth was a huge challenge when the building boom began 40 years ago.
So that's basically it so far. That's all I have to say. That's where we're gonna end this video off, end this episode off, and season. Sorry guys.
The answer lies 50 miles to the east in the
My God guys.
Geologist Catherine Goodenough.
I am so sorry about that. But okay, who cares?
She's part of the team.
Everybody gets embarrassed at one point.
Geological map of the United Arab Emirates.
Pretty much home with the UAE. Then something like have to drive every track, you have to drive over mountain ridges and walk over these.
Okay, I'll stop. But I'll see you guys next time for Season 2. Voila!